Alright guys, we're in for a treat this one with Eaglemut on Indians in the red versus Aizamk in the blue on the Italians. So, got two famous high-end players facing off today. We're actually on game number 2 in this series. I'll just double check. Yeah, Napier Basin, game number 2 in this series. I'm not too sure who actually won the first game. We are live actually. So check this shit out. We are playing Kings of the Old World tournament, $6,000. I think the top prize, it's like 1,500 bucks. We'll wonder who's going to get this treasure. Looks like Aizamk fast enough to get on it. Or Eaglemut. Just back me off and going to try and pinch another one off his opponent. You're just waiting for his stun to come up. Yep. So he can double stun. Take this treasure with ease. I think that's what he's waiting on. That player is just going to be getting treasures for the minute. Aizamk having to play Italians as per the rules, best of 3, and you got to pick Italian or Malta in at least one of the games, and you'd only play a single civ. No, one civ, each civ once per series. Sorry, it's just like it's 10 to 3 a.m. and I've already played my game in the tournament, so forgive me. It's been a big day. We're here, courtesy of ESOC, and I think Microsoft and EGC sponsored this tournament. So AoE3 is a live game, right here, right now. And Eaglemut, so Aizamk, out of his market, has already got his $100. He's going to get Gangsaw as well. Aizamk not going for, is going for a trading post as well. Well, Eaglemut, for the meanwhile, is just getting Vils and playing just straight towards his age 2. He wants to get that commerce no matter what. Eaglemut having shipped his distributivism, I believe the wood tech's called. The wood trickle. This is nice for Aizamk. He's going to get the cows, and this prevents the Indian player from picking them up for the XP trickle. I mean, for the other civs, they're not so useful, considering you don't really need herdable food gathering till late game. If you're sort of in a pickle where you need more food, but you haven't got the mills for it just yet. Because it is slower than huntable gathering. Quite a bit slower. So, Eaglemut going to go for the aggro right in the middle of the map here. Just using his dog and his 2 mahouts to actually look after all this. Need to take back control of the what is it called? The house. So the royal house, like a regular trading post, other than it also acts as like a vision tower. A Zelnaga tower from StarCraft. So yeah, aggro fort going down, and Eaglemut, I think he's only using the one villager to build it. Yeah, he's not investing too much into this. Doesn't need to spam it out immediately. He'd rather just get a little bit more resources to back this up. He's even picked up his treasure over there. He's actually keeping everything together here. Wants to make sure he gets this center trading post. Because then if he gets the rear one as well, you know, he'll be up 2 to 1 on them. Over Aizamk here. Here in the meanwhile, is just going to send forward an outpost wagon. Just help himself against any early pushing here from the Indian player. He's going to get his own stable, so maybe go for some harass. Harass and defend is the name of the game, perhaps. So Eaglemut finishing up that aggro fort. He's going to get a couple of free sepoys, which he's going to bring forward. And he's going to start training. Well, what's he going to go for first? He's getting a market to get some eco techs. Not looking to add any army just yet. Aizamk just towering up for the minute. And he's going to go for some hussars. He's going to go for Ephesia, so he gets a Basilica wagon. Be interested to see what value he gets out of these hussars. He's gone up to 3 of them now. He's going to send them straight past the aggro fort. I wonder if Eaglemut's going to see him come past. He will, only just. He's going to get 1 shot off on them. 2, and that's going to be it. So he's shipped the upgraded distributism shipment, so it's like double the rate. So Eaglemut's going to get like 4 or 5 wood per second out of that. It's pretty insane. The pair of them together. You sort of need it. So Aizamk going to try and get some value out of his hussars, but Eaglemut gathering really tightly around his town center here, and he can always just garrison. Pick these guys off pretty quickly. Because the TC damage does actually scale per number of villages you've got in it. Aizamk proving to be a pest here, trying to deny the gathering. Eaglemut and prevent any building from going up here. He's just banking up a whole bunch of wood at the minute. So he's going to add a consulate and go for the diplomatic intrigue, the cheaper relations, and the free export. So he's going to be able to get some help here from some foreigners, some foreign aid coming in hot for Eaglemut. But Aizamk has really boomed up behind this well with the Basilica. And he's going to add a Lombard as well. Aizamk might be looking to get that Fortress Age here. So just been keeping his opponent busy with the hussars. I like this. Eaglemut's doing a good job at bringing the Huntables back. He's got his own little force here, and he wants to try and snipe the trading post of Aizamk, who hasn't got advanced trading posts or anything, so it's not going to fight back. It's going to be full value to destroy and replace. So Aizamk will be able to invest resources here as he sees fit, as well as train some really nice units out of these. It looks like Eaglemut is going to tear down a trading post. It's great for him. Aizamk's even having to kite for all his life. But he's got a good musket number here. And Eaglemut now is up on the XP gen. But he's also stuck in commerce for a sec. He needs to get just a little bit more gold. Got plenty of food in the bank. Both our players be going to Fortress Age from here. So we got some Ottoman Hussars joining the fray as well. And Aizamk using the Hussar of his own to pick off a villager. Continuing to be a pest for Eaglemut, who wants to try and get on this hunt, no doubt, but it's not being made easy. So Fortress for Aizamk. Eaglemut starting his right now. He's going to come back and clean up that Hussar. Well, Aizamk actually having to come quite far forward to finish off this Ibex. Yeah, Eaglemut just going for another treasure, I think. Just give him that little bit of food here. The Sea Boys aren't even going to bother helping until the stomp wears off, so it's almost pointless bringing them. But meanwhile, Aizamk pushing forward with his forces, and he's got 3 Falconets, so he'll be able to actually look at taking down the Agra fort if he wishes. It's going to make it really hard for Eaglemut to now to push himself going into Fortress Age. And the Falconet's being just used to focus down the barracks. He's even going to ignore the fort for now. It is the easier building to take down, I suppose. And the Agra fort, not quite a fully fledged fort, if that makes sense, until you actually get, you know, the Delegate upgrade and later upgrades, and even then you're only getting as strong as a regular fort before it gets its upgrades. Aizamk really able to mess with Eaglemut's forces. There's a couple of siege elephants coming in now though, and these should be able to pick off the Falconets as well as harass the infantry. They sort of bridge the gap between both. And now Eaglemut turning the tide. So Eaglemut is starting to close the gap a little bit now. Defended that Agra. Don't think he started repairing it just yet. And Aizamk getting a standing army behind this. He wants faster training units. I think he can afford to get them out from here. And these siege LEs, as great as they are against artillery, not quite as good against infantry as Falconets may be. They will sit back and knock down these Royal Guards, these Royal Guard Musketeers, but nowhere near as fast as say a Falconet or two would. They've got to stay their distance, and this Agra fort, its repair out and ending. I think Aizamk might have enough to take this off Eaglemut here. And it'll be hell to pay. Aizamk going to pull well ahead, and Eaglemut having to retreat. But he hasn't got much to do so with. He's going to have to throw up some barracks, double barracks going up back at home, but you know, now he's well behind on military. Slightly ahead on eco still, I think. 79 to 70 pop, and yeah, 13. Oh, even on Vil count now. Consulate going to get taken down as well, and a couple of Papal bombards. So these Papal units actually absorb damage taken by nearby units of their type. So really quite handy to have, because they're actually tankier than normal units of their type. And on top of that, if you've got a handful of these guys, you know, damage will sort of chain across them rather than killing one or two of them. It's sort of not like Splash, it's like an anti-Splash really, because it really reduces the main damage. I mean, Splash would sort of be good against them because it's gonna, they're no doubt going to be incentivized to stack on top of one another, but at the same time, you know, a lot of normal single target damage is really going to trickle off as just minor Splash. But Aizamk is really forcing Eaglemut back to take one last stand here, I think. Because Bersagliere is a crazy fast skirmisher unit. If they can get some kills, they can actually stun enemy foes and boost ally speed. What a wicked bonus to have if they can pick off an enemy unit. But Eaglemut doing his best to try and lure Aizamk with them before he can really make full use of the Papal Bombards and destroy all the houses. This is costing his Eaglemut to have to take the fight like this, losing so many buildings, but he's just waiting on the hounds to come in now. These guys do wonderful area damage. I have to wonder if Eaglemut was better off focusing on Aizamk's front line there than trying to get onto the bombards. I don't know if he had enough to really take this fight to begin with. We may just have just enough with the sentries coming in now. The bombards are pretty much done for. The siege elephant's able to finish them off, so somehow Eaglemut is making this work. He's sped his army up and microing this fight with all his heart. He's doing a great job, but now there's Papal Lancers in the mix. Aizamk may have broken his opponent here. Both our friends today are gathering over here on the small island together. How cute, how quaint. But over here it's a bloodbath, and now Eaglemut, 16 villagers in the queue, has to tap. 16 villagers garrison has to tap out. GG, Aizamk takes game number 2 in the series.